anticipate that G2 might try to get a little bit aggro here towards A main, and that is just death. That is the end of Jonah P. A great dump there to flush him out of the corner.
Yeah, fantastically read. Just understanding the tendencies of these players here. Similarly, Risha gonna be able to find Jogamo. Pain continuing, and at this point, I have to suspect that G2 probably tooling around with the idea of a timeout call after the end of this round here.
Like this double down by Shaq. Are you going to anticipate that there's another player there? But it seems like BLG going to be doing their diligence, maybe.
Util aplenty, and no, it hasn't been spotted out. The fast lane cuts off the drone, so he actually gets no information on this whatsoever. The longer that he waits, the worse it's going to be. That, while trying to dodge the enemy, Util ends up catching line of sight. Shaq ends up paying the iron price. Played it so damn well. But ultimately ends up getting a bit undone by his own teammates.
That's one of those things, you love the idea, the execution just not quite there, and Naf really having a heater here. Another
one enemy,
or a 3K for him, I should say. And he is just doing a great job on the KO. Yeah, that one's a little bit frustrating. No doubt about it. Try to get them.
Something that BLG themselves are well aware about. It's about finding that moment where you can kind of instill that tilt. Take the advantage. YZ slides back to safety. Getting the spot out here. Big reveal off the recon dart as well. Those two players go their separate ways for now, but now Null Command going to be online for Neff.
Again.
Fury also there for K-Knight.
This is huge. And I like that they're taking their time off the back of this Null Command. Like in the previous round where Neff had it, he just popped it right off the rip and they went for it. This time, going to be a little bit patient. I think a Prowler might have just spotted YZ out. So he's going to have to reposition out of elbow. As Jonah P, Valen and Jogamo looking to try to clear that. But YZ had abandoned it. They're using the drone to try to show presence over on B to set up for this A hit. And G2 has bought it hook, line, and sinker. This is a great fake sell by BLG. It's all on to Valen.
Bailed him out of so many moments on the international stages, but does fall there as YZ takes him down. But I mean, this is again BLG just looking to try to play around with some timings, with some lurks. As there you go, K-Knight gets himself implanted on B, and as soon as Jonah starts to go for the wrap towards that A site to join in with the rest of the team, that's when the strike comes through. Now they find themselves 2 players down. The site has to be abandoned. The save call has to be made.
This is incredible macro here from BLG. I really like what I'm seeing. They sell a great fake. They get a kill. They feel like going over towards A is not going to be successful. They get the kill on the B, and then it's an immediate rewrap there, and there's not much G2 can do about it. And this allows YZ to do a little bit of hunting, and he got underneath the cam, and he finds Jog.
Just a missed timing there. Not sticking to it the entire time. Shaq now the one at risk to push forward. Risha not going to be snappy enough to readjust. So K-Knight might try his odds, but YZ now get the spot out. Low on HP, but just slides across, just dancing on him. And now Trent is very much at risk. Levius surrounding. Sharks in the water. Trent just cannot snap on for the headshot. It's a 4K from YZ. It's BLG looking to run away with this attacker's side.
This is so impressive. I mean, I can't speak highly enough of the way that BLG is playing these rounds. It's over. Not only is it like textbook shot calling, but they're making great individual decisions. YZ in the heat of the moment there, doing a really nice job. You know, not giving himself up to the hidden position of Shaq. He's able to get out in time, use the slide to get the kill. And they're able to track every single member of G2 down, take away all their guns, put them on a mostly eco. Spectre here. Some Stingers and a Sheriff. The ever dangerous, though, Stingers for G2. Something everybody that's ever played them is aware of. This is almost seemingly a buy round for them. But BLG, patience. Again, gonna use this drone. Now it's got to be in your head as G2.
Not ready yet.
Seen these drones, and you don't know if that's gonna be the setup for the hit or not. Neff using the knife to clear the corner on elbow. Nobody there. So YZ immediately going to take this control, but Valorant just going to let a smoke drop, and they're going to play pretty far back here, giving up a little bit of space.
Tiny little gap here for Levius to try to play around, and Giacomo and Shaq do go ahead back away. Falling into the potential trap. An Ultraman, though, going to be popped. Over here as the A-site tank gets ready to come in from BLG. Load up a bit. Paranoia sent. Fast lane's there to obfuscate. As Levius is dragging across. Finds Giacomo. Jack now fairly trapped in position. Valen going to be spotted. They just flush him out. Relay bolt to the side. YZ swinging across. And they're not taking any chances. They want nothing. Give it over to the G2. Jack is still going to be able to find one. Damn near gets a second. Maybe the neural theft in the end. A bit of an overcommit, but in the chaos, BLG still thrive.
Yeah. Man, oh man. I mean, they're just so on point. They're checking every corner. They're not leaving anything to chance. They're following up nicely there, even though the fragment just a little bit off. YZ instantly recognizes it, knows that Valent's stuck in that corner, and wants to make sure that it's dealt with.
I'm out of here.
You know, even when there's little mistakes, Billy quick to cover them up. Hunter's Fury for K-Knight. YZ has an overdrive if necessary. Big buy round here for G2.
Quick exit attempt there from Giacomo, but ends up on top of the box, and YZ just hounds him down so very quickly as Valent is dead to the Hunter's Fury. And it seems like everything that G2 attempt, everything they try to throw at this, none of it is sticking, none of it is working. BLG just far too on point with their execs, their shots, their macro strategy. G2 again have to try to go for a save, but it is early doors. That spike just got planted, and they have plenty of money and plenty of time to go on the hunt.
Absolutely right. They should be throwing out just about everything they have at this. Try to root them out. And Boba will be Shaq. He just made some noise, so Rushia gonna know he's there. Maybe a little bit of a bait for Jonah P, and it works. Shaq finds one as well.
Can he find more? Down to a sliver of the spike, detonating YZ. Pushing forward, looking for the kill, and we'll be able to find it. Jonah P dead at the same time over at Market. Nothing retained, nothing held on to. BLG just ripping everything out of the grasp of G2 round over round.
It's just a great util dump there. You get the recon, you get the Hunter's Fury, flash in your face, who cares? Still finding the target is K-Knight. Marushia there, backing up his duelist beautifully, catches Trent trying to peek out of the smoke. Just everything accounted for by BLG, man. This is just textbook stuff.
It is.
So well coordinated.
And even though, okay, well, I'll have to hold that thought maybe. Slow creep up cam is situated. There's the toggle, the clear. Valen moving forward into his smoke. Relay bolt, not going to be dodged. Does get stunned up. Gonna peek forward into the pit, able to find one. Shaq with a nice headshot takes down YZ. Gonna be lost, however. The neural depth gets revealed. The K gonna be expiring on Risha. Back up. Fairly healthy numbers. It's Giacomo. Quick peek with the Stinger. Gonna be able to find too much value there. Reroutes around to Boba. Ult's going to be invested. Nightfall getting the hit. Levius, however, holding his own. And now they know Trent's position, and there's nothing more that he can do. 8-1, BLG continue to just absolutely dismantle G2.
Yeah, and this felt like it maybe could be a round where they're able to maybe stabilize a little bit here on their defender side, but it just isn't meant to be. Boombot there. Got some hops. But Levius absolutely ferocious on that hold from Boba. And that Nightfall invested on figures.
It's not a set. This is just far cleaner than we're used to seeing from them on all fronts. And that has relatively nothing to do with G2 lacking a member at the moment.
Exactly. I mean, I think what, you know, and I talked about this a little bit yesterday, that, you know, talking to Coach Bile, what frustrated him was just the breakdown of fundamentals for BLG. And so far, we haven't seen that yet today. And that's what's important for them, is when they play good, you know, fundamental stuff, when Neff is making good reads, good calls, then they look like one of the best teams on the planet. When I was watching them in the preparations for Toronto, I thought this would be the best team coming out of China. I thought they had really good stuff, and they were so well drilled, but it was their mental that really started to break them, that started to crumble. So for BLG here, you know, if you can come out, have a confident win against G2, I don't care who, you know, the sub is or not. You still got Trent, you still got Valen, you still got Jogamo and Jonah P on that squad, and that is disgusting.
And Lembius is just walking at him, and Shaq does well to go ahead and counter spray back through that cage. Foul tagged up for Risha. Similar HP, so across the board, fairly even as got the glimpse there. Finds the punish. It's going to be G2 in with the player advantage for the first time, and God knows how long, but it doesn't last very long, unfortunately, as Valen does get taken down. Fragment going to be avoided. Shaq with a narrow little margin here, but not going for this plant spot, and I think YZ has spotted him. It's going to be Trent doubling up on the angle. Go ahead and clear out YZ. Just Neff and K-Knight. The timing to swing out. Neff finding the first. Approach coming in from behind.
Last player.
It now goes down to the 1v1, and Jonah P tagged at the 33, and Neff gets the job done. Timeouts be damned. BLG continue on their merry way, now 9-1.
Yeah, I mean, this is a brutal round for G2. You've got some good 1v1s that you're winning, some good trades that are coming through, but it's Neff again who's able to stand tall, find that big multi-kill round when he needs it most. I mean, just so ready for Trent there. Jonah P as well. Another 3K for the IGL of BLG. What a showing he has had on that KO. And it is rough goings. Jog looking for a one tap, has the showstopper. Could be a difference maker in this round, but Neff with his third null command of the half.
They've been cycling these up so quickly, both just from contesting orbs early as well as just the fragging that he's put on display. And if he holds that, if they're able to get side access, then you just lose the showstopper completely as the null command comes through.
Right, right.
Thrown forward, going to be matched by a Prowler. Quick clear.
I'm out of here.
Rotate over towards the A site. The double stack there from Jonah P. As well as Jogamo in position to try to shut this down. BLG looking like they're happy to just get the drone out, get the orb, and look to explore back over towards that B side.
I thought Valen, for a moment there, was going to take a page out of Munchkin's book and tuck into that corner with the judge, but
camera taken out.
Didn't really feel comfortable to do so. The wall up, and here we go.
Well, it is the null command here for the entry, so showstopper can come into play. We see the rotation starting to come through. Valen striking. They know that he's going to be in smoke. They know that he's going to be in main. They know that that judge was in play. And Shaq looking for a little bit more. Trolls over to the Classic, but Neff is there to go ahead and bail out. YZ keeps him alive. Jogamo on the approach here from behind. Gets the spot out. K-Knight now in a rough position, and the headshot flies through. Two players left to contend with. The showstopper certainly could deal with one. Down below, YZ trying to trade it out, cannot do so. Neff will fall, and that's going to be a second round win here for G2. Still an opportunity to try to make this a 9-3 half.
Yeah, so some good ideas, good positioning with the judge. I like the way Shaq is anticipating that BLG is going to overcommit to make sure that judge is dealt with from B main. And he gets a ton of damage there, gets a kill, and almost gets a second with just a Spectre. And he's still got the patient Jogamo waiting with that showstopper to end the round. Just a great kill there with the Guardian. Uses the boombot to set himself up.
One enemy.
Does so beautifully. Trent with the follow through. So yeah, after that timeout, G2 has looked better. They're starting to play more fundamental. They're starting to kind of anticipate BLG.
Yeah. Doing it again. Let's see if they have a read on this one. Will have studied the match from yesterday. Is that attack off now in play? He was able to find value, got that early shutdown on something outside of A on Lotus. This time just staring at mid, but no one there from G2.
I would think that BLG is going to take a big pause right now. You want to get that surprise to be enabled with that operator like you're talking about, Achilleos. You can just take your time, hold some angles. Prowler there does get the confirmation, but G2 not even remotely considering trying to push for that. They're just going to give up this space, kind of play back to what we've been seeing in these last couple rounds.
They know that the Hunter's Fury is available. And that could certainly come through on the entry. Let's see if that ends up being the call. Push up 3 players in towards tiles. Shaq about to go on a peek into market perhaps, but they're able to slide past that themselves here to top mid. Trent in position, reading this relatively well as the drone tries to sell a little bit more towards that A side. Paranoia going across, but not connecting, but Neff's headshots certainly do. 0 point going to be shallow, confirms that there's no one super forward on this side, but Dogamo now looks to fill that space. Pushes up, finds one with the Hunter's Fury, then comes in, K9 able to take him down. That is just Shaq now. Coach, the call up. Unable to find more than just the 1 kill, so it's going to be dominance at the half. 10-2 here for BLG.
Yeah, just brilliant stuff. Neff having an absolute heater on KO.
Get it started. It's BLG here from EW. Only 2 round wins that they've been able to find so far.
Well, and you know, it's tough when you have one of the most reliable players on the planet in Leaf that you have to replace. I mean, just absolutely stellar. You know, just heartbreaking he can't be here. But let's see what G2 can do on their attacker side. Let's see if they can start running it back. A must-win pistol round with the 10-2 score line facing them. And YZ tucked in, K-Knight around the corner, trying to set up a bit of a trap.
Little bit of damage coming through. YZ really trying to sell this for the corner, and K-Knight is able to strike.
Spike down.
Gonna get out safely. Might not need to. Runs out of bullets, so Valorant is able to collect 2 kills. Ghost gonna be scooped up. Neff reading this pinch coming in from Market quite well. Again, do nothing about it. Fallon strikes out from B main. Brings it into the 2v2. Levius and Russia just classics in hand. Still working their way around. To be able to try to get this retake going. Looks like they will join up in Market.
Yeah, that looked like it might be favorable there for BLG, but G2 gets the trades they need. Good timing from Shaq to snuff Neff out. See what they can do.
Paranoia sent. Right clicks, flying. Shaq rotating around the back to jump out of the smoke. Headshot gonna be found. Levius just jumping right clicks. Finds it and gives them no reprieve, no recourse. It's another pistol here to BLG. They now move up 11-2.
Man, oh man. Both players in the smoke, and G2 knows it. They've got the angles there.
Down,
the Haunt opening things up for Valen. Get the first, finds the second.
Player standing. 1 enemy remaining.
Neff on the third with the swing. And Levius looking really good. And G2 now, I would expect the Stingers to be coming out. Absolutely.
Need to work their magic. But they're still going to be playing up against quite a bit of devastating weaponry on the opposite side.
Go for grass flip, boys.
One suppressed.
He saw me cross top mid.
Well, let's see what they can do.
I will cage right.
Being a little bit cautious here. G2 pushing up through mid.
Taken out.
There is tripwire. Trent runs right into it. Cleared though. But B main control held here by BLG. This is going to be tough for G2.
Oh, slide in the corner, and YZ is actually ahead of his own relay roll. Does get stunned. Ends up causing his life as Levius tries to hold down this side. Pops the cage. It's already been spotted. Trent able to clean it up. Just damage in. 3 players, however, remaining. With a judge, we'll see what kind of value he's going to be able to find from that. Swaps it over to the Spectre. Knows that he's not going to be favored, but it's going to be a full reposition here as Trent and Shaq play together. But back across in towards Market. Swing on the corner. Headshot found. Trent the first. Another headshot connecting. K9 down so low. But Neff will be able to join in there. The last little moments, right when it looks like G2 have the opportunity. It just gets taken right away from them, swept under the rug. Map point now here for BLG. G2, their economy going to be in the dumps.
Yeah, this is tough. I mean, those Stingers, like they might work some magic, but that B main control, just too much for G2 to deal with. You know, both teams just kind of ceding power points on the map. BLG gives up top mid. G2 happy to take it, but with that B main control, they're able to lock things down. Little fist bump there from the coaching staff of BLG. And you're gonna have a decent buy coming through still though. So you're gonna invest all your economy that you can here as G2.
Naturally have to. For every player that you lose, even if you win this round, just slows down that potential build-up, consistently keeps you on the back foot. Judge in position, Dogamo cut in half. Why is he going to be taken down by Jonah P at the same time off screen? Makes it back to parity. Duelist's going to be dead on both sides.
Oh, look at this quick lurk from K-Knight.
Swinging around the back, might be able to find a timing here. The tripwire set up. Can he slide across fast enough? No. Has been spotted. Challenges in for the fight, but finds himself a bit more than he can chew. That's going to force a reposition from Levius. Staring over towards mid. Does have that Guardian in hand, so we'll be in a decent position in a ranged battle. That being said, Jonah P finding another. So Neff falls to the wayside, so in with a decent opportunity here. RG2 now.
Well, they've got complete control of the site. Jonah P finds a third.
Alerts here, looking fantastic for him. Russia holding him at bay here for the moment with 30 seconds. They can just go ahead and fully swing this spike across to the B site, which is exactly the call. Barring a miraculous clutch, G2 still should be holding on by a thread. There you go, Shaq will be the one to go ahead and put Russia down. So not done quite just yet. G2 find a third.
Yeah, this round looking really nice. Even though you lose one to the judge, you're able to stabilize really quickly, win some big battles throughout mid. Jonah P doing a great job with that Bulldog. He was the one who got the lurking K-Knight as well. Really clean stuff.
One enemy remains.
He's just dialed in, and no problem at all there for Shaq. And Neff a little bit frustrated, but they're going to be on a mostly full buy. There is a Bucky there for Russia. So that's going to be interesting to see. He's tucked in over at A. There's a trip right here at top mid. You can see that BLG recognizing that this is a part of the map that G2 wants to exploit. Saw it on their second round of this half and immediately just cleared in a pullback. G2 just going to be taking their time, looking for whatever advantages they can find. Door opened as well in mid, so giving themselves options here as the round goes on.
Russia's position widely just to try to play in Levius. Play off the contact here of the camera. Paranoia at the ready to try to really slow this up. Sends it, but just gets overwhelmed. Vulnerability jumped in with a shot to the chest from the Guardian. The trap has been dismantled.
Well, this is looking good for G2. They've got themselves quite a bit of map control. Probably going to get the plant down here shortly. Nobody
doesn't spot him.
Exactly. Nobody got tagged by a 0 point. Oh no.
That's going to be catastrophic. Russia
30 seconds left.
going to be scratching his head and wondering how the hell he's come away with that kill. G2 though, looking to try to break their way forward onto the site. K-Knight makes his presence known. Scale forward now in towards Boba. Neff looking to hold the line. Cannot take down Trent. Now it's going to be the pivot call. Russia hearing these footsteps, tries to strike, gets a tiny bit of damage across, but cannot find the kill. Now the Hunter's Fury is going to be opened up, looking to intercept them, try to take them down here on the entry to the site, but are they able to arrive in time? This spike plant just there for Trent, is able to get it, but now finds himself alone. The Nightfall invested versus 2. They backpedal away from it. That might make him think twice about the approach here. Have they swung back through the defender's spawn? Eyes on it here for the moment.
So much time for BLG to work with.
Protected from the flank, but Trent completely playing with 0 information, with 33 HP. K-Knight now has spotted him out. The recon gonna be sent, 3 positions, 3 swings, and cannot get it done. K-Knight will find it, and that's gonna be 13-3. The most dominant showing yet here at EWC is at BLG. Suppress here just onto the 1. Ducks back for a moment. It's a bit of a high-low attempt here from Trent and Valen. Swing in, and Trent will be able to claim it. G2 picking up their first pistol win.
Yeah, this is just a really nice round. Using that util early to get the orb. Trying to get Jogamo fast-tracked for the dimensional drifts. And then pivot to the other side of the map. And a great execute there. Finding some great value with his own utility and able to follow up on it as Jonah P. Really like the setup with the Nova Pulse into the back alley. Force Levius back. And he's not quite ready for Jogamo's TP that gets right in there. He gets shut down initially, so that Vice handled, dealt with. Only a couple sheriffs being bought here for BLG. Otherwise, you got 3 Bulldogs, a Spectre, and a Stinger. And oh my goodness.
I heard the tap of the orb just goes in for the peak, and Trent ends up paying the iron price here instead of Jaw. He's now going to go TPing forward. Stinger in hand, and we'll go ahead and make it ring out nicely. Comes away with a kill on a YZ. K-Knight going to be taken down.
Spike planted.
That leaves just Russia with a Sheriff now approaching from the stairs side, and Art is okay. Jonah P. getting a very nice one. Make it a little bit more costly. Giacomo taken down, but weapon not to be recovered. These ranges, Stinger's not going to be the most ideal weapon. See if BLG can make this a little bit more costly. That's going to be Levius coming away with one more. Jonah P now on the floor. Already decent damage dealt. Russia wanting to get a little bit more done. Sees the side is cleared out. Can suspect that both players are going to be in from main. Here comes the challenge. Valorant will be left standing. So Shaq remaining as far as armor is concerned. 3 players dead. Overall, not a bad attempt here from the side of BLG. With a 2-0 for G2.
Yeah, you got to be feeling good as BLG. Finding a couple kills with those sheriffs and getting 3 kills overall is really impactful there. Knocking a lot of the big guns out of this bonus round for G2. Valen ready to swing, was on 46 HP. Maybe if those Stinger shots had been a little bit more on point, he might have gone down as well, but not to be. As so far, BLG doing a little bit of a push out over towards A. A deep knife to check, so let's see if this is going to be a free orb here. Jog's definitely going to get this one, but on the other side, YZ. Turret's going to check him. He's not going to try to contest it.
Doesn't feel safe enough playing alone to try to go for the orb take here, so leaves it be for the moment. Drone scouting forward, gets the spot. Slowly drifts away, but the aforementioned Giacomo dimensional drift is online now. Be very pivotal trying to get this bonus converted.
I think if you get a pick somewhere, you get a kill, that might be what opens things up for Jog to feel comfortable to go for that ult. He's just gonna do it anyway.
Do it anyway. It's Giacomo we're talking about. Quick TP forward, not wasting any time. Knows that there's going to be a player at alley, sees the other one here at the connector. Flash is now going to be sent. Bounds out of this one, but Risha is able to hold his own, finds the kill there. Looks for a little bit more. Wall to intercept, but Shaq with that Sheriff will go ahead and put him down. Weapon can be recovered.
Oh, this flank.
YZ, first tap not connecting, but the follow-ups are damn clean. 2 quick kills there, as it's going to be just about a flawless. Risha, the only casualty here for BLG as they prevent the bonus conversion.
Yeah, nice response from Russia. Not sure how much of that flash connected with him. I thought it looked pretty good for Giacomo there. Bounced it right in front of him, but maybe not connecting as much as he would have hoped. And this is just great timing from YZ. He was all over this round from the beginning, putting pressure at A main, giving that map control over to BLG so they can make that quick lurk rotation. Russia on site, shutting things down pretty nicely initially. So Bulldog gonna be bought down for Jog. Very important round here for G2. They could find this win here, keep that economy in a place where it's decent.
Gotta imagine they would love to secure this orb for Trent, or rather for Jonah P. Just saying Trent when it comes down to the fade. We'll just go ahead, be 1 charge away now from having the Nightfall online.
Portal closed.
They're just really trying to feel each other out. Both teams disciplined.
Valen! And they stack up Valen. Collecting the collat. And that is a monstrous advantage now to be had. K-Knight gonna look to try to fill in this space. The Nanoswarm here at his feet. And G2 read it like a book. He's manipulating him around like he's a puppet.
My goodness, this is such a tremendous round for G2.
Huge bounce back as well. Giacomo considering the reface back in. It looks like Risha just going to drift away, join in with Levius on this A site and look to hold on to the weapons. G2 going to be allowed to go ahead and stretch this lead up 3-1.
Spike play.
I mean, that's got to be a bit of a tilter here for BLG. You lose 2 players so quickly there. And that just gives G2 all the confidence to start scaling forward. That anticipation onto the positioning of K-Knight ruins his round. And that is just GG. Crazy good stuff. It looked like maybe BLG wasn't anticipating that tight angle. I'm not sure, but they double-faced it, and not sure if that's just a miscommunication thing or what happened. But that is definitely concerning.
Certainly weren't ready for the pre-fire. So fairly costly in the end. Good from G2 to not allow for BLG to start getting the gears turning. We've talked about it ad nauseum. You know, if you can slow this team down, that's when BLG starts fumbling. That's where they start scrambling for ideas. And yeah, it's basically pre-firing on the angle is one hell of a way to just continue to jumpstart your team in these rounds.
Yeah, that feels bad, man, but good news for BLG is they still had money. Get a full buy to go through mostly. 3 regen shields. And still, though, the economy just a little bit off balance. Or at least, you know, Jogamo wants to make sure he has enough for the next round. So still going to hang on to that Bulldog. Sets up a TP. Trying to make a push around this corner. Shaq right there as well. Looking for the nano lineup.
Placing swarm grenade. I dropped the spike.
We're going to use that to try to clear Art.
Just hitting the clone. Looking for a little bit more. It does catch a glimpse, but Jogamo quickly trades it back and trades it up as K9 and Levius both end up falling. Spike's still going to be on the floor there and out here for the moment, but G2, plenty of time and advantages to play around with this YZ. Gets caught trying to look forward into club.
Dude, Valen is on one right now. He is on a mission. That's twice he's gotten YZ's number. A little bit of quiet before the storm.
Going on the corner, and Risha needing to hit that headshot, cannot do so. Neff once again, now alone. We'll have to go and make the call to save. Looks like, though, Spike is going to be brought right to his doorstep, so there's no option to tuck back and play it quiet. He's going to have to fight his way back into this one. He wants to hold on to that weapon. TP Jogamo drifting across, but Valen snappy on the follow-up. Stops them from finding any more value.
Man, love to see that kill from Valen onto YZ. The double from Jog. Just incredible. It's a little bit out from some Astra Util, and YZ's just slow creeping up. Pays the price, not anticipating these angles. Valen, that's 2 rounds in a row where he's found these tight off angles that BLG is just
been able to find a good amount of their value and get early leads for themselves at the half. And most recently, you can see, I mean, they took down just the top squads in China. Trace, Shilai, Wolves, EDG. Bested them all just a couple months ago here on Pearl. So this is likely a start that's going to have them reeling a bit. Now looking for some thrifty magic.
Oh, change-up is just to play a little bit further back.
0 point is nice, though. Huge confirmation, but why is he just going to be spammed out?
There.
No opportunity to drop down the TP to safety.
I can't use that.
G2 very quickly claim his life.
Like the pivot here, you didn't receive any contact. You're going to use the Cosmic Divide to try to really sell this B hit as well. This is all just a fake. You're going to leave Jogamo there to just keep him busy, keep him interested. Fantastic.
Flash through. Go right there. Johnny on the spot has that pre-set up on the TP.
Face your fear!
And G2 still not wanting to take any chances. I respect this. They send out the Nightfall, ensuring that it is clear. Pretty much confirming that it was a full 4-player stack towards that B side of the map.
Well, I like the read. Beginning of the round, let's see what they can do to close this out. The Sheriffs look good at times for BLG.
It's a double stack setup, but they do pull off the angle, just leaving Trent to his own devices here. And what is the call? Do you actually try to make a go of this, or just try to get in a position to die to the spike? K-Knight not going to be ready for this. Jogamo claims 1. 3 more to deal with as Haunt gets cleared. Swing in. It's a nice shot. Belter there from Russia. Time certainly is dwindling. A little bit more damage going to be found. And in the end, two players left standing, plenty of cash behind. G2 continue forward now 5-1.
Yeah, but this is just kind of like classic Valen, classic G2, where you just read your opponents and throw out some bait for them and just go to the other side of the map. Just really well read. Just understanding there was no pressure early on any of the mains this round, so G2 sensing the timeout call, the timeout change that BLG wanted to go for. They read it like a book.
Player standing.
Looking for that fast rotation. It's an eco as well.